Hello, my name is Bean, and today I would like to show you how to create a Java WebSocket client. And to start with, I created two plain projects. So the first one is the WebSocket servlet. So there is nothing there except an empty EE project, maybe an EE project with a single dependency to Java EE7 API. And I would like to start with the endpoint. So I will create a class and hello endpoint, and what I would like to do is to use annotation server endpoint, and the path here, this is actually the path, has to start with slash, and this is like JAX-RS. This is the URI. This is going to be the URI of the WebSocket. And what I also need is the session, the WebSocket session, and I will get the session in a method on create session. Doesn't matter method name. What matters is the annotation on open. So I will get the session here. This session equals session, and what I can do, I can send messages with the session, and I can also receive messages with a method on message. So on message, and on text message, doesn't matter, but what matters is the parameter here, is the string. And on arrival, I will first dump the message, and then if the session is not null, should be not null, but it's not null. And there's if the session isn't null, and what you probably also should do, this session dot is open, I think, yes. Then in case there's not null on open, I will do the following: this session dot get basic remote, and send the text back with from server plus message. So looks good. I forgot just to catch the exception. So now I can deploy the WebSocket server, and this is important because I actually need the URI, and this is the URI. So then the client, an empty project as well, but what I would like to have is the reference to the Tyrus server. The Tyrus is the reference implementation of the WebSocket API, and Tyrus is the official one. So I will just use the Tyrus server, and now I'm able to develop the client endpoint on the Java side. And just to make it simple, I would create a sockets smoke test. This is going to be the unit test, and ping server add test. And to remember, what we are going to have is the URI, which are copied here, and it shouldn't start with HTTP, it should be WS, and the last segment is hello. So I will just change it to hello. So, and the first thing is container provider. Get WebSocket container, and I get the container back. This container, actually, I could do this in the before method on init. Before. So, and I just put it here. So, looks good. And then what I will need, a class which implements the endpoint, or is an endpoint, and I call it hello endpoint, and this has to inherit from endpoint. So extends endpoint, so, and I'm going to be forced endpoint from WebSockets, and this is going to be the endpoint. So, and similarly to the server, I will remember the session. And then I can do the send part. I can send message with string message. Almost too much ace, and then this session dot get basic remote as well, and say send text message. So, and for asynchronous retrieval of the message, I can register here at message handler, and the message handler can be new message handler. It's wrong. Dot whole, and type is going to be string. So I'm going to receive string messages. And here I would just like to output the message. Retrieved So, message session send message looks good. So now in our test, we can say the following: this container dot connect and connect to server, and we can pass the endpoint. So let's do this new hello endpoint we just created. We can remember this again, and let's call it endpoint. And let's remember this. So we can pass it here. And what we are going to need is the URI, a new URI. And the URI is this one. And we have to catch some exceptions. So connect to server. So it is connected then. This method is void, or is it? No, we get even the session back. And what we could do, we can now sound this endpoint dot send message hello from client, and it should come to the server and just test it. So I will just run the test. And it's green. And do we see anything? So there was no, the test was too fast. But on the server, you see message hello from client. Seems to work. So just do the old Java hack. And run it. And we got, the ping from the server. So this was a bidirectional full duplex Java client to Java server communication with nothing but Java 7 reference implementation run on Payara. So thank you for watching, and see you at Airhacks in Munich Airport, or first Monday of the month at 6 p.m. live. Okay, bye.